Love this song.
This is the official theme song of the Battlehawks. I like it. So, hello and welcome to the BattleFan podcast, episode number 14. Today is February 9th, 2020, and we just got done watching the first ever Battlehawks game.
That was fun.
That was fun. My name is Paul, and I'm here with Jerry as always, except for one time.
Hello. Yeah.
He's back. He missed last week, but he's here. He's ready to give his analysis.
I tried. Actually, I was here.
You were here.
I was talking, just nothing was coming out.
Right. It was that bad.
I don't know why you didn't acknowledge me at all.
No need to. Can't even hear you. So, we won. It feels so good.
Battlehawks win the first game.
On the road, too.
Against Dallas, who is
like the favorite to
win the whole thing.
Yeah. So
shows what they know.
Yeah. I think we were, what was the point spread? Was it 9.5?
9.5.
They said
favored for them.
So not only we're going to lose by like the huge spread. Not only did we cover the spread, we won the game.
Yeah. Should put some money on it. Dang.
We should have.
Should have, would have.
It was easy money. So if you did put money on it, congratulations.
Yeah.
You're making money. Just like the Battlehawks players, they were talking at the beginning of the game that $100,000 gets split between the players of the winning team.
No, more like 60 after tax. But hey, yeah.
Hey, it's still good money.
It's still good.
They were excited. You could tell. There's a video of them in the locker room celebrating. They're having a good time.
Oh, yeah. Maybe won a Bud Light seltzer.
Yeah.
Or two or
That's
three.
good advertisement right there.
Sure is.
The marketing guys at Anheuser-Busch got to be happy with that. So check it out on probably any social media.
I shared it. You probably
shared it?
Yeah.
So you'll see it. So where do we begin? Where do we start?
I don't know. This is our first, we're not going to recap the game. We'll talk a little bit. We'll throw little stats at you, but a lot of it's going to just be reaction. We're going to throw out chances for you guys to react. Not you guys, but people out there on the internet land. We'll directly after the game throw some stuff our way on our social medias, and we'll check it periodically while we're recording, and we'll throw some shout outs, or we'll just have a discussion.
For sure.
Not with you live, but not right now at least.
Yeah,
but
we want to get your reactions. We want to see what's the BattleFan Nation, what's the reaction out there.
I mean, they got to be pumped.
Oh yeah. Like energy levels.
I'm going into it like, man, like ESPN didn't talk about the Battlehawks till like 5 minutes into the game.
Yeah.
It was all Dallas
about Landry
and all
Jones Stoops and
I'm like, man, I don't know. This is like a good coach. Yeah. Nothing against our team.
Yeah.
Just like, man, this is a proven football coach, and this is Dallas, this is Texas, this is football country, and okay, we'll see how this goes. I just hope we don't. And even like up into the first half, it wasn't definitely not the cleanest game.
No, it definitely wasn't. We had a ridiculous amount of penalties that first half. We actually, according to the stats, we have the most penalty yards out of all the teams right now. We lead the league in penalty yards.
We joked about it, and I even sent some texts out like, well, we have at the time a vanilla offense.
Sounds familiar.
A lot of penalties.
Very familiar.
The punter is one of the best players on the team. I feel like I'm watching the Rams again.
Yeah. No, but that all changed in the second half. Like once we got our groove, once they stopped shooting themselves in the foot.
It was honestly like Jeff Fisher football for the first. Yeah. It was just like, we're just going to just run it.
Yeah.
Every first down. Yeah, we're going to run it. And then we're going to run it again. Just keep running it.
It was a tail two halves. That second half, that was a different team. I think the nerves, they're probably nervous going into that. Just once they kind of settled down and got in their groove, they look good.
They did look good. Well, didn't they say something about the communications was kind of messed up between the offensive coordinator?
Yeah, so at the end of the game, they said the players on the field could not hear Chuck Long, the offensive coordinator who was doing all the play calling. They couldn't hear him, so he had to tell Coach Hayes the play, and then he had to tell it to the players. So it was like this game of telephone they were playing at the end of the game. But they still look good. I guess they did have like a delay game at one point. No, they had to burn a timeout at one point to deal with that. But even with that trouble, they still look good. Like Meacham, who's Meacham?
Right.
The old offensive coordinator was worried. Oh, we're losing your offensive coordinator. I guess we were worried too. But like Chuck Long, he did a great job of calling plays.
Yeah.
I mean, they really. I mean, that first half, it looked kind of
they
flat.
learned.
They were learning, and they were establishing the run, and they established the run. Like,
they adjusted.
Yeah,
learned, adjusted. I mean, they made adjustments, and so with that, not only that, and then we saw Jordan Tamu.
Yeah,
I'm still getting used to Tamu.
Yeah, it's hard to say his name.
I think I'm not saying we got a star in our hands, but
he looked good.
He opened up.
Yeah.
He opened up the game. He showed what he could do.
Yeah.
And that throws off the defense because it just adds another element of what are they going to do?
Yeah. Because you can't just leave him alone. Like, this guy can tuck the ball and he can start running.
But that was almost the tale of two halves, because almost the first half, they obviously weren't running him a lot, which they shouldn't have. So it was Dallas seemed like they were reading the offense a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Run. But and they didn't really test Tamu's arm the first half either. Maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
A couple plays. But in that second half, just
it was all Battlehawks that second half. Yeah, and actually, one of my predictions last week that we were going to lead the league in rushing yards. Right now, we're leading the league in rushing yards. We are. And actually, a lot of that comes from Tamu himself. I guess we had Matt Jones had a really good game. I think he had 85 yards. A little disappointment. I was big on Christine Michael. He had 7 attempts for 0 yards.
Really?
Like, he'd either lose one or gain one or get no yardage. He ended up, his stat line at the end of the game was 0 yards. Like, Jordan Tamu, he had 77 yards.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a lot of yards from a quarterback. So, yeah, we are a run-heavy team.
So not only that, but the defense. The Battlehawks defense
was solid.
Man.
Yeah.
That also showed the first half, because it felt like with all the penalties and the offense wasn't really doing that well. It felt like we were down by 2 touchdowns, but the defense kept them in the game.
Yeah, and they only gave the numbers don't lie. 9 points.
Yeah,
that's all they scored was 9 points.
No touchdowns.
No touchdowns. That's 3 field goals. Yeah, if a defense can go out there and hold the other team to 9 points, you're going to win games when you can keep the other team into single digits.
Oh yeah, and the defense didn't seem to get tired.
No, they played with energy. I don't know. They were running down, getting the group photo together. At the end of the game, they seem like a unit that's really bonding and excited to play together. And wow, just the energy there. It's great.
It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun to watch. Not only that, but just the first XFL 2.0 game. What'd you like?
What I like about just in general?
Yeah, just in general. Just, the production elements,
The access was cool. Especially on when they do the replay booth and you can listen in on what they're saying. The amount of transparency. I guess in NFL when they talk about it, you're just kind of waiting and the regular commentators are kind of what they think about it. And then if it goes the other way, you kind of got this conflict. But here you're listening to them talk through it the whole time. You have that full transparency that you're not upset with the call because okay, I can see where they're coming from because you're hearing it the whole way through.
It seems like it keeps the viewer
in the loop.
Well, not only that, but just the whole time. Because the NFL, it's just kind of silence before the plays snapped or you're listening to the commentators. But a lot of times the commentators stop talking a little bit right before the snap. But it was just constant.
Oh, yeah. Something.
And I don't think it's bad. I mean, there was a lot of stuff going on, but I guess it keeps the viewer more engaged.
Yeah, it's kind of like those mic'd up segments they do. Yeah. Usually, it's a highlight thing after the game, but it's happening live during the game. And that's a neat innovation. Another thing I like, Pat McAfee. He made that game fun to watch.
I've always said the NFL. I'm just waiting. Even all of professional sports, I'm waiting for an analyst or a color commentator or on the field, have real talk.
Oh yeah.
Or throw jokes or jabs or just be real. People want that. They don't want the whole standard.
Yeah. That was entertaining. We were laughing throughout the whole game. They were joking around.
And it sucks. We're not going to get him for every game.
Yeah.
I wish he could
I wish
be
he's the Battlehawks
game.
They were interviewing Troy Aikman. He was giving him a hard time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a good product from the XFL. I mean, Vince McMahon has got to be happy with this.
He'll be happy when he sees the money numbers and the ratings. But the ratings seem to be doing well too. I won't pull those stats up right now, but it seemed like yesterday their ratings went really well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have them in front of me, but we'll see what today's ratings did. I know the Battlehawks, the game went up against the Oscars, and on ESPN, not on network TV. But in the New York game was kind of
that one
one-sided.
Yeah. I mean, the Guardians look good. I guess
the Guardians look good with the Vipers.
I mean, it's probably good for the New York market because their hometown
well,
team
in
did
terms
well.
of like an engaging
But yeah,
game,
as far as the whole game itself.
enticing game.
Yeah, but I think overall, I think it's a good product. Like there was like a lot of big hits. Like these guys, you could tell they're playing with some energy, playing with some, I don't know, with chips on their shoulder because these are all the guys that didn't quite make it in the NFL, so they got something to prove. So these guys played with a lot of heart.
The replay system was really cool too. Like the transparency of the replay. Like it's the same replay, but you showed like the guy in the two guys in the booth, like looking and talking to amongst each other and talking to the ref. And that was pretty cool. What
do you think of the different rule changes, some of the rule changes they put in there, such as like the 1, 2, and 3 point or the kickoff or?
Yeah. The kickoff, I mean, from a fan or like a viewer perspective, I guess it I don't know if it keeps it more engaging. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I feel like it turns into like a running play almost.
Right.
That's what it kind of feels like to me.
I don't know about the 1, 2, 3. At least from our team where we're at right now, I think once the players have more experience with it, because like at least with our team, like they're probably gonna go for 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Because we don't have the full.
We didn't get a single extra point that game.
But I like the what are they going to do? What are they going to do? And it's not like a standard 7, 14, 21.
Yeah, I think because you mentioned this before at the end of when someone scores a touchdown, you kind of zone out because like, oh, it's an extra point, like a kickoff, so it's time to go to the bathroom or get an extra drink or something. But like, no, this is like, okay, what are they going to do here? Were they going to go 1, 2, or 3? What are they going? I don't know. Did anyone go for 3 at all over the whole weekend? I don't remember seeing. I don't watch
all the games, but
I don't remember seeing a single 3-pointer. So that's still. I don't know. Nobody's done it, so somebody's got to do it.
I think like over time, once the players, I don't know if getting used to it is the right term, but they try it out more because you got to think someone's going to go for 3 at some point once they get like I could see Houston going for 3.
Yeah, especially like if you're down and you're at the end of the game and you're trying to come back. Because I guess there was a couple games where they were trying to come back, but they didn't score a touchdown, so that opportunity didn't come up.
Right. Plus, it shows how hard it is.
Yeah. So let's give out some shout outs. Keith Ford, running back, he's got the first ever Battlehawks TD. He'll go down in history as the first ever Battlehawk to score a touchdown. And also Alonzo Russell scored the other touchdown. That was a strike by Jordan Ta'amu. That throw, he whipped that ball.
And he was covered. Sorry, what was the receiver's name again?
Alonzo Russell.
I'm still learning.
Yeah.
Alonzo Russell.
A lot of new names.
A lot of 84. I remember his number.
Yeah.
I mean, he was covered.
Yeah.
And he
had a small window and they put it right in there. Yeah, there's a lot, I don't know, a lot to look forward to with this team. I think they got a lot of talent, like on the defensive side of the ball. I think we have a star in Jordan Ta'amu. Like, things are looking up for this team. Man, imagine them. It was an away game. Imagine them in the dome and having that crowd behind them.
Man, even if they lose next week, as long as they don't get blown out, man, that energy is just going to carry into the dome.
Oh, man.
I'm so excited. Paul's looking forward. I'm looking forward to too, but like,
we're gonna be there.
Oh, yeah, we're both gonna be there.
Yeah, I guess probably. If you haven't got your tickets already, you better snatch them up now. I think they're going to have a good day of ticket sales tomorrow.
The buzz grew this week for sure. It's I mean, I think from the general perspective, it was like from the very start. Oh, it's a Joe XFL. Okay, Battlehawks. Oh, that's kind of a weird name, and then the whole call thing, but up until like a week or two. I'm hearing more people like, oh, I think I want to get tickets, or hey, you getting tickets, and where you sitting, and are we gonna go? Are you gonna go? And now it's I can't wait till like after this week, people who were either shunning it or didn't take it serious, like, oh, I need to be there.
Well, we watched the game. My dad was with us, and he was getting texts from his buddies like, we need to get tickets to the Battlehawks. Like, he hadn't even talked to him about it before that, but they were texting him during the game like, this is great.
Yeah.
I don't know. Even we had a family gathering today and talking to family that are not even really not huge into football, but like people were asking questions about it. And that was just the topic of conversation today at the party.
You probably compare it to, the people who are in long-term relationships and then get broken up with, and it takes them a long time to like let their heart feel feelings. Okay. Some people are ready to jump back in, and some are just like, man, I don't want to even engage in another person.
Yeah. Like I get the analogy.
I'm getting deep.
You're drawing up here.
No, but like you can tell, like some of these fans are just like they don't want nothing to do with football still after all these years, or they're just like, or they just whatever. I'm not gonna.
And I can understand that sentiment,
and that's fine. But I feel like if you put a good product, it's almost like show me before I commit. Now, knowing
the show me state,
and knowing how people are around here, like sports fans, like if you put a good product, people are going to buy tickets. Good product on the field, people are going to buy tickets because they want to be a part of that, no matter what the sport is.
Yeah, this is the fun thing going on right now, and I mean, if you haven't got your tickets, buy your tickets. It's going to be a fun time in that dome, that first game. Yeah,
it's almost kind of smart to wait till like the third week, because you got to think like the third, fourth, maybe fifth week, like the hype's going to die down.
Yeah,
all around, all over the league.
But you're going to get those fence sitters,
right?
By that time, it's 2 weeks in. Like, oh, this is a legit football league. Like this is a real product, and this is real football, and these guys have legit talent. And this is a St. Louis. This is a hometown team that we need to come out and support. And they're gonna make it. They're making it real easy to support them right now.
I can't wait. I hope they play that theme song in the dome.
Oh, they will. I love that song. It's so good. And even the XFL theme song, they I guess have the For the Love of Football one.
Heck yeah! I wish they released this like a week before, so we could like rank. Because I was like, oh, we're gonna rank these, and like, nah, we'll just talk about.
There'll be another episode. We'll talk about that more.
It'll be old news by then.
Yeah.
But like you sent me the link to the XFL theme song. Like, oh, this is really good. This is so cool. And then like 5 minutes later, like, oh, every team has their own theme song. It's so. I noticed on the broadcast they were playing a lot of the St. Louis.
Yeah, they were.
Now I don't know if I couldn't remember what the Dallas one was off the top of my head. Maybe they were playing the Dallas one too.
Yeah, maybe.
They played the St. Louis one at least 4 times, like going out in and out of commercials.
Yeah. So I guess we put it out there on social media. If you have comments, because we're recording this live right after the game, that we'll read your comments. Do you have some? I guess Jerry runs a Facebook. We got any Facebook comments?
Yeah, the Cerebral Entertainment Podcast. They just made a list. Personal thoughts. Number 1. Cacaw. Okay.
They trolling us a little bit?
I don't know. Maybe it's just a
it's just celebration. Okay.
Which is fine.
Yeah. Hey, they're pumped up.
Number 2, I like the differences in gameplay between the XFL and the NFL.
I mean, like rule-wise, I guess?
That's just what it says.
Yeah.
Differences in gameplay. Maybe just like the flow of it.
Yeah. That was the other thing. The flow of the game, the 25-second play clock. You could definitely notice, feel like there's just more football happening.
Well, we had a discussion where we said, yeah, this game's going by a lot quicker. But then you look at the time, it's like, well, it's still a 3-hour game.
Yeah.
So I guess you're getting more football, less commercials.
Yeah.
I mean, I think over time it'll get less and less when they figure out all because the refs.
Yeah, it seemed like the refs are the ones slowing down the game. It seemed like they're still getting used to the rules a little bit, especially that last 2 minutes.
Yeah,
the rules are a little funky there. Like I get it, but it's like
to
think really hard about. Yeah, the play clock operators seem to be struggling with that, so they're constantly like, "Can you put 5 seconds back on the clock?" Like, seem like they're always saying,
"You're all fired."
It's not as bad as not having diesel in the generators.
Yeah. Number 3, I like the live microphones. I think we discussed.
Yeah.
We discussed the live microphones.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was really cool. I mean, it would be cool to be on a network where you can hear everything.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess not in a family environment that we want to hear a bunch of F-bombs, but because you did on this game, you did hear them dump out a couple times.
They did, yeah.
Yeah, but the thing that went viral yesterday where the guy dropped the F-bomb on live TV.
That's going to happen when you do that.
Never know. Number 4, there are a lot of easy opportunities for teams to cheat if they choose to.
Oh, I guess with listening in?
I guess, but
there must be like a delay in the broadcast that even if they were watching on TV.
I thought that too. I thought that, but at the same time,
I guess they have access to everything that they're saying.
But at the same time, the NFL does it too. It's just not broadcasted to television. Like,
is it just kind of on the honor system, or what is it that they can't hear it?
But I said the same thing. I said, well, I wonder who's going to try to do a little Bluetooth, or I don't know how they do it, try to get on the same frequency. But you got to think NFL uses the same system. It's just not broadcasted to TV, so like it's still happening, like the whole communication.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm not an expert in that.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. Just from layman's, like just watching it seems like
because everyone was saying
it's being broadcast. It's going somewhere else.
Yeah.
That the NFL doesn't use. It's not going to like a broadcast feed or whatever. Anyway, number 5, I like Pat McAfee's doing interviews. And he needs to like clone himself. I don't know.
Yeah, like he made that game so much more entertaining.
And finally, number 6, screw Kroenke.
There you go. Amen to that.
Oh, there's always that's like a. Not a amen, but just if you conclude you start everything with Kakao and you end everything with
there you go. There's good bookends to the list.
So thanks to the Cerebral Entertainment Podcast.
For your thoughts.
Keep them coming. Yeah.
I got some on Twitter here. I guess Pre-Mav on Twitter. He said, "Did anyone else see and feel the passion the Battlehawks were playing with? Seriously, for the love of football." Yeah, there was a lot of passion in that team. So, yeah, definitely.
I mean, even when they were tied, like it seemed like, I don't know.
Especially on the defensive side.
Well, you could tell, like, once the Renegades got to, like, the third, fourth quarter, you can tell, like, their quarterback was getting flustered. And
the crowd started booing.
And the crowd
started when I heard the crowd boo, it's like, we got this game. Like, once the crowd turns against them, this is our game now.
And I thought they were going to make up, like, because we went up with, before the game-ending interception, it was, a minute left? Or a minute and a half? It just felt like there was still a lot of time. Like, people, they're celebrating, Battlehawk players are celebrating. You got to keep it on because with these rules, the 2 minutes don't go by nearly as fast as the NFL.
We were down by 6. A touchdown ties the game,
right? And
they score the extra point. They pretty much win the game. So it wasn't over.
But the Renegades threw it away.
Yep, interception to end the game. That's a good way to end the game.
Oh yeah,
because that's decisive. The game is over now. Mm-hmm. It's like he caught that, and all the rest of the players are like, "Get down!" Went to the ground and let the celebration begin.
It's fun.
So Hawk Talk on Twitter, they said, "Do you feel Ta'amu may draw some NFL looks if he performs all season long?"
Yeah.
Yeah. The NFL's got to be watching
the guy's
games.
22.
Yeah, he's young.
I mean, as long as he stays healthy, knock on, do that. As long as he stays, because he's going to be running a lot, it seems like.
Yeah.
But at the same time, other teams' defense are going to figure him out quick. But yeah, I mean, we're one game in, small sample size, but he seems, if he keeps on this trend, and I would say so.
Oh yeah, scouts got to be looking like all these guys. Like he was on, I forget what team he was on, but like he made it.
Ole Miss?
No, in the NFL, like he got. I don't know if he was undrafted and he was just on a team.
Houston?
That sounds right.
Texas, maybe.
I want to say the Texans. So he was on a team, and then he got on roster cuts. He got cut, but so he's kind of on the precipice there.
This is gonna be such a weird league because let's say Tamu is the star of the XFL. He's the star, and then like next season, we lost him. Like, okay,
that's the nature of it.
Yeah.
Well, they were saying that about Kenny Robinson, that he's eligible for the NFL draft, that he might not even finish the season.
Jeez.
Like the last 2 games, he might be gone and doing NFL Combine and stuff.
I guess that's the only problem with this league.
Yeah. Or it's kind of a feeder league. It's the nature of it. All right. Well, should we leave it there, Jerry?
Guess so. It feels weird. I feel like when you talk about news but
just the game. It feels so good to get a win.
I think that's it. I don't know. I need to get my Battlehawks gear. I tried to get a shirt before the game, before they won.
On your way over?
On my way over. I still waited till the day, but I went to Dick's Sporting Goods because I had something to take back. And because it feels weird going to watch a game with people. Like, I don't have any shirt. I don't have any swag. I don't have nothing. And it feels weird to wear blues or I can wear Cardinals. So I'm like, I'm going to go get a shirt because I know Dick's Sporting Goods has them. So I'm going to go get them. Dude, they had one tiny little cart thing in the middle, or right when you walk in. So at least they had it there.
Oh, so it's right front and center?
Front and center.
Nice.
But it was just one replica jersey. One.
Wow. What, wrong size?
I mean, I'm not spending $80 on a jersey. Let's be real. I'm going to get a shirt first. Okay. It wasn't my size. Nothing was my size. Everything was small or just smaller than me. And then they had some sweatshirts, $80 sweatshirts. There's plain gray with an XFL logo.
Learn about it.
And then they might have had a blanket XFL blanket.
So they sold out
and
of a
then
lot
the
of
other
stuff.
side they had just like it looked like baby clothes, like a kid.
Oh, like the
kid
kid
shirts.
Gotcha.
But it was like not a lot, and what they had was like super small. So I don't know if they didn't have a lot to begin with, or it all sold out before the first game. I was bummed.
Yeah.
And I like ordered online like everybody else does.
Yeah. I'm glad I got a shirt earlier and a hat, so I got my swag.
I will just end it with this. I'm glad we won.
Yep.
And just all the games, it seems like it's positive. The response.
Oh yeah, I'm not getting anything negative from anybody really.
And I love like the people who you talk crap beforehand, like, oh, the XFL's on. Oh, they didn't do a good job promoting that. There's people just the naysayers.
Yeah.
It's just fun to see the positive response, because it would suck doing this podcast, and we've doing this for
6 months now or so. Yeah, it's been a while.
July, yeah. And it would suck to see, the first week be a sham, or just like a joke, or like not good football, or that plus like the Battlehawks just looking terrible.
Yeah.
It just wouldn't be.
There was a little bit of chippiness. Like I seem like they tried to like cut the camera away and not show it as much as they can. I think they want to get away from that perception as much as possible. They actually, I forget which game it was, they actually ejected a guy. Like he threw a punch and they just ejected him right away.
Oh,
like they're not messing around with that at all.
Yeah.
He might not even be back. He might be out of the league after that.
And that reminds me, also shout out, I don't know, that's what you say. It's just
Sure.
Podcast lingo. The Guardian, their interview with us.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking Guardians, New York Guardians.
Oh, yeah. No, the Guardian publication. Because that reminded me, like, their headline of that whole article was XFL relaunches and attempts to forget the sex, booze, and sleaze era.
Yeah.
Like, that was the headline.
Mm-hmm. And I think they did a good job of that. Like, there's no cheerleaders. There's no...
Yeah.
I mean, they had, like, funny, like, the commentators and, like, Pat McAfee, but it was clean. It was... I don't know.
No, were the other games
fun.
like that? Like the commentators? I felt like, because I watched
they weren't as
bit of the
entertaining
Houston, and even the comment, like, it just seemed straight
The
football.
first Fox game on Saturday, the on-field analyst, that guy was pretty entertaining.
Yeah.
Did you see that game?
No, I didn't see the first game.
Yeah. There was at one point where I think one of the players like jumped over another one, and you could see the sideline reporter in the background, like he just had this goofy look on his face where he was just so excited about it, and the commentators were just giving him such a hard time about it.
Really?
Yeah. So that was a pretty funny moment.
You got to think the responses are going to be like overwhelmingly positive from that.
Yeah.
And McAfee's, you got to think like, I mean, he's probably going to be at every game anyway, but the more follow that model.
Yeah.
You would think if they do it right.
Yeah. Overall, it's a great product. It's a good football product. It was fun to watch, fast paced, innovations. Like, I think the NFL is going to steal a lot of those ideas. Oh, yeah. Even Troy Aikman was saying that. Like, he's like, I could see the NFL adopting some of these things. So I don't know. A+ to the XFL, A+ to the Battlehawks.
It was a great weekend.
Fantastic weekend.
Yeah, and hopefully that momentum carries on to at least the third. I mean, hopefully all season, of course. And hopefully do they have a name for it, or just XFL Championship?
Yeah, I think that's it for right now.
Like hopefully
they might come up with something.
Carry it on with that, but yeah.
All right, well,
we might come up with some segments later on. This is our first
after
post
game.
Yeah, we're not gonna. Yeah, I mean,
just getting our reaction for it. So I guess it's Houston next. Bring it on, Houston.
Man, that's gonna be tough.
Yeah, their quarterback looked good.
Houston looked good.
Yeah, they were an exciting team to watch as well.
They weren't playing the draft. Who they play?
Oh man, no.
The defenders. I know. We watched a lot of games yesterday.
Yeah, they all kind of mixed together.
Because they didn't look that bad, whoever they played, but just the Houston looked really good.
Were they against LA?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what it was. Their quarterback, whoever he is.
Yeah.
Unprepared. But
PJ, what's his last name? Man, I'm blanking on it. But
that's right. We watched a lot of everything was new. This all the players, to us is new. So it's hard to remember the names of other players on other teams, let alone our players. But
we got 9 more weeks of it. We got time to learn.
We'll learn. But yeah, Houston looks good. It might be a tough matchup.
Yeah, and on the road again. But it seems like that doesn't bother us. You just turn the crowd against them. Get those Texas fans booing for you.
There you go.
It's all us then.
Yep.
That defense. Yeah.
I just think they need to work on getting their communications worked out.
There you go. No more technical difficulties. All right, let's leave it at that. For Jerry, I'm Paul. Let's go Battlehawks.
St. Louis
For the love of football.